Nestor likes men.
All right.
Nestor likes men. Okay, we sound good. This one's titled, I'm sorry about that. I'm just kidding about the Nestor situation. All right, this one's titled, I'm a millennial and I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. Dun, dun, dun. This one's by Matt Ross from downtown. We're going to blow this guy up.
Now, I'm going to speak on behalf of my entire generation and any generation that feels the same way as I do. I got a few things I'd like to get off my chest, as I said,
Hit us with it.
about millennials.
Preach.
And one of the things I wanted to say is we're not lazy, we're not stupid, we're not entitled, we're not confused. We're just done. We're done with the stupidity. We did everything that we were told to do. We went to school. We took on 20 years of debt at 19 years old, not knowing how that was going to impact our life.
Yep.
We were
Literally.
told that this was an investment in our future. Really, what we were doing is we were mortgaging our future. We took unpaid internships. We took entry-level jobs. We were coachable. We were patient. We smiled and waved, right? We paid our dues.
The best was the internship thing that he said. How many people had an internship thinking it was actually going to turn into something?
It's unbelievable.
Like back in the day, it wasn't an internship. It was just you starting the job.
Yeah.
There was no fucking, look that up. When did they start internships? When did that become like a thing? Look that up. Get back to me. Because I guarantee you back in the 80s, maybe in the 80s it started, but back in the 60s and 70s, that was just called starting a job. Fucking internship. Oh, shit.
But while we were doing all that, the deal changed. The future that we were sold expired. We were promised stability. What did we get? We got volatility. We were promised freedom and safety. What did we get? We got neither freedom nor safety. Just like we were warned by people before, by greater minds before us. Everything in our lives became temporary. Our houses are temporary.
Our women are temporary. What do you got on that internship stuff?
Yeah, so they've been around for a long time, but when they started becoming mandatory for career success, it was around the late 1990s.
Fucking bingo swish. I don't know why I keep doing that one. I got to do a 360. Woo! What I mean to say is it's kind of like, I always thought internships were kind of like, wait, what? Like I always thought it was weird with college that I had to go pay. I have to pay you to basically go work for you. Like really break that down.
Yeah.
Like you're paying someone for them to make you go do work. And if the work isn't to their status, they fail you. And your money is void. Redo it. Pay again. I always thought that was really fucking strange.
It's odd.
But then throw the internship in there. I always thought that was so weird. I was like, so you mean to tell me you're interning? Like it's free. Or they call it a paid internship, where it's like, we'll give you a little bit. It's like a way for them to just give you minimum wage for like a serious job.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay you on the job training. That's what life was. Like I said, back in the 80s and before, that was just called starting a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like something to think about. And even with the college shit, like you can literally just get certificates online now. CourseCareers.com. You just go to that, see what jobs are hiring. Colleges aren't going to tell you. We already talked about this. If a college told you what degree you were getting, your chances of getting a job were 12%.
Yeah.
People would not go get that degree.
No.
So now you have like these online places like Course Careers, and there's others, but CourseCareers.com, like they'll tell you, hey, going into tech sales right now is shit. Like these other jobs, it'll tell you high percentage what you're really going to make. And then you could do the thing and see, for $500, you could find out that you don't want to be a plumber, versus like going to trade school for 20 grand.
Yeah.
And then going, I don't want to be a plumber. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'll save you on the.
Yeah, something's a little fucking odd. It's all become a little skewed. But we've had people, I hate to keep talking about this, but we've had people ask us for an internship to come fucking do YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we do everything, Facebook, all that stuff. But we've had a lot of people go, I'll do it for free. Like, I'll come and intern for you.
It is, at least in the corporate world, it's a foot in the door of a dream position.
Yeah, but
you gotta, it's tough.
But technically, if I really think about it, you almost did, but you didn't just start as an intern. I was paid you.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, come on in. Like you had to like show me what your work, make sure you could at least do what I need you to do. And then I paid you more as you graduated.
Mhm.
I guess that's kind of a paid internship.
And
But I would never just take somebody in and be like, yeah, do my shit for free. And then I might pay you enough.
Yeah.
Or I might even pay you something. That's kind of crazy, dude. I just wanted to break that down. That's kind of fucked up. I'm actually getting a little upset about it.
Our identities are temporary. Our jobs are temporary.
Our women.
Everything is a subscription. We don't own our music. We don't own our software. We don't own our movies. We don't own our homes. We don't own our time. We don't own our lives.
Did I mention women?
Essentially, that's what it is. Do you own your life? Or does somebody else own your life 1 hour at a time? Is the reality that we're selling our lives to the highest bidder 1 hour at a time to go out and make their dream come true? Not to build our dream, not to build the dream that we want for our lives, to go out and build somebody else's dream for them. That's what we're doing here. And they tell us we're lucky. Like we're the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Our entire lives are tracked, monitored, recorded. We're stuck in an endless game of comparison to other people's opinions, to other people's lives, to the global marketplace, to previous generations. And they tell us to smile, to work harder.
Yeah.
When here's the thing, we're the most educated generation in the history of all time.
Look up who's the most educated generation from the silent generation to Gen Alpha. Who's the most educated? Because I would actually maybe even argue these right. I think millennials were kind of the peak, last of the Mohicans for college. Like Gen Z's still going to college, but I don't think it's as much as millennials. I know Gen X was on the cusp.
Yeah.
I think Gen X was the first ones to be like, I'm good. The hippies kind of started that too, but what do you got?
I'm getting a Gen Z.
Gen Z?
Yeah, it says they're the most likely generation to have enrolled in college than any previous generation.
Really?
Yeah. I guess it means more so.
Okay, well, actually, that's probably not wrong. That's probably not wrong because millennial. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But Gen Z's getting the shit end of the stick.
Yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of millennials, like this guy's age or my age, closer to 40, a lot of us, if you got your degree back in '08, you at least had some prosperity.
Yeah.
Maybe '08 was shit. Yeah, nobody was paying. I lived it. I had fucking 3 jobs. Well, 2 jobs, and I sold weed. I had to do what I had to do. All right. No shame in my game. But no, seriously though, the fuck, there's no options. And I had no college degree, but even people with college degrees, they were working at the restaurant with me. They were bartending with me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Gen Z really got the shit end of the stick. Millennials had a little bit of prosperity. Some of them, college worked out, trade school worked out. I would say for a good majority, I'd say about half of them. We're
the most technically advanced. We're the most connected, right? And we're the most exhausted. And we're tired. Now, it's not because of a lack of motivation. It's because of a lack of meaning. That's the problem. We were told success is linear. Step 1, step 2, step 3, right?
No,
No.
Career,
no.
home, family, stability. What do we get? Corporate takeovers. We got pivots. We're going to downsize. We got corporate reorgs. These aren't careers that we're building. We're not building careers with what we're doing. This is a survival strategy. That's all it is. The only reason why most of us are working is because that's the only way we can survive. We have to work regardless if it's meaningful or not to survive. And we're tired of pretending. We're told to be grateful, and we are grateful. Not for the dream that you sold us, that they sold us. We're grateful that we figured it out. We figured out what's actually going on here. We were told you could do anything, and you can do anything. But that's not what they meant. What they meant was you could do anything we tell you to do. As long as you listen to us, and we did listen to you.
Yeah, most of us did. I listened, but like I was kind of like, oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
You know, I never really played ball. Not because I'm better than you. It's just I just didn't want to play ball. I couldn't do the office thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm smart. You know, and teachers would hide it with smart ass, but they still called me smart. You know, take that home with you. But a lot of us experience that. But like a lot of people are actually really smart, can go smart skewed. It could be pointed in 1,000 directions. But like a lot of people that build a house, dude. How many people are full blown electricians? You know, you would think if you could build a house, you should make enough money. I think for the longest time, like people were pretty happy with their office job, you know, because they could afford to go to the concert on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, they could afford to take Becky out, right? Like Winer and Diner, you know, is fine. Like there was still time for fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think for the longest time, we were cool with even doing shit that's nowhere near our dream. People were totally cool with it. I think so.
Yeah, as long as they survive.
Yeah, as long as you could pay your bills and to you know, take Cheryl out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take the gang out, like go to this function and still had time for fun.
Yeah.
That's the big one for me is like, and I do tell Nestor, I do use the classic thing of like, you know how lucky we are.
Yeah.
It's not luck, by the way. I'm more I'm like, you know how fortunate that I am that I tried for fucking 15 years and then it worked out. All while having jobs I hated too. Well, I didn't hate my bartending jobs, not all of them.
Yeah.
But I have to say this all the time. Like we'll joke around and I'll be like, dude, I feel like I'm being real ungrateful.
Yeah.
Like real ungrateful because we have a job where it's like we could make enough and we don't have to work 70 hours a week.
Yeah. And we can use our creative juices where it matters.
Yeah. But it's still like it comes with its own level of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not like clock in. It's not like clock in and clock out 5 days a week and I don't have to think about it. The only problem with what we're doing and what I think a lot of people are facing is that you used to be able to turn it off. And now people can't turn it off with jobs that they fucking hate.
Yeah.
It's not even theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like their thing. Like how this guy was saying, like, building their dream. Like, I don't have a problem building somebody else's dream as long as it's Monday through Friday and you pay me enough money.
Yeah.
And Saturday, Sunday, like, your problems are your problems. I'll be there Monday.
Yeah.
But now it's at the point where it's like, no one can turn it off.
Mm-mm.
Not no one, but most people can't turn it off. And it's becoming 7 days a week, which usually that's like a business owner.
Yeah.
Or that's someone who's really doing it. You know, that's Mexican status, bro. Like, I hate to say it like that, but that really is like a survival mode deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fucked up, actually. You really think about it.
I notice people too that have full-time jobs, but they got dreams on the side, but they're so burnt out from their regular day job. They don't have the time. They don't have the mental capacity to.
People are seeing each other less and less because they don't have fucking time. Or by the time they're 1 day off a week on Sunday hits, they're like, dude, I'm tapped out, dude.
Yeah,
Last thing I want to do is have anything planned.
Yeah.
You know, I like that. We're going somewhere. Matt Ross from downtown.
We will not steer you wrong. And we've determined and figured out that's not true. And here's what really makes me mad. Not breaking things mad, not screaming mad, clear mad. The kind of mad where you can see through the bullshit. That kind of mad. I guess you could call it righteous anger. Because we don't want luxury. We don't want fame. We don't want Lamborghinis. We don't want yachts, man. We just want enough.
Yeah, I joke about it all the time. I go, I'm not trying to get rich for vanity. I said, I'm trying to make a lot of money just for practicality. Just to fucking have a 3-bedroom house and the chance to have a kid, you know? A 2-car garage, to me, that's like you fucking made it, dude.
With the fridge.
Like, bro, you got a 2-car garage with a garage fridge? You are like, that's like rich to me now. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, and I think a lot of people look at it like that, you know? It's kind of crazy. And the worst part is, the absolute worst part is when you know it's all horseshit, but you still have to go to work because you have to pay for the rent. That's the hard one, dude. You know, it was cool when you're asleep at the wheel and you're making enough money and you could, like we said before, you could still have fun and go to the function and clock out. It was cool then, but now that you can't, it's like, it's gut wrenching. It's enough to make people, no wonder depression, sponsored by BetterHelp. I'm just kidding. But no wonder depression's such a big fucking thing nowadays.
We want enough money to breathe. We want enough time to think. We want enough to be able to plan for a future with no strings attached. We're not asking for much here. We want to be able to matter. We want the things to do to matter. We want to matter again. We want the work that we do to matter again. We want to be appreciated for what we do again. We want to be appreciated for the work that we do. But here's the thing. The system needs us tired. Why? Because tired people don't rebel. Tired people don't think. Tired people consume, right? Tired people scroll. Tired people comply, right? And then what do? They keep us distracted. They find ways to distract us. They find ways to make sure that we're arguing with everybody about the things that don't fucking matter. That's what's happening. And they divide us by politics. They divide us by identity. They divide us by characteristics any way that they can so that we don't stop and look up and say, this ain't fucking it. And
oh, he just got hot. Yeah, I said this 1,000 times, man. Politics is like a fucking sporting event now. You know, you could replace a damn Republican. You could replace that whole audience with people arguing with each other with a basketball game, and I wouldn't even really, you know, kind of be the same shit. As I always thought that was kind of crazy. Not everybody's into that. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm just a regular guy. You know, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not gonna like argue with you over some shit we can't control. There is a divide where people, you know, like the work harder mentality, which, like, yeah, I guess I kind of agree with, but there is a big disconnect with people who already have the things. So, for instance, like someone who's 50 right now or 60 who bought their house 20 years ago, there's a massive disconnect. They don't realize that that same house is $4,000 a month, and they're like, $4,000 a month. You know, they're paying $900 for a fucking nice house with a garage fridge, dude. 2-car garage, 4-bedroom house, $900.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if I wanted that, or Nestor wanted that, or you wanted that, good luck, you know. And I'm not talking Dayton, Ohio here, guys. I'm talking about like populated cities with good and a good ecosystem, right? Like, you could still find those kind of houses, 3 bedrooms for $1,500 for rent, but like come on, dude. What, Little Rock? We've looked this up. Alabama's even expensive, dude. Yeah. Like, come on. Fucking Alabama, dude. But I think that's the big one. There's like a big disconnect with the working class because some people do have it. Some people do make enough money. Like some people make enough money, but they've never experienced the other side.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
And their advice doesn't transfer.
It doesn't hold up because it's like, I could simply tell you like, yeah, dude, just go get a one-of-a-kind bartending position. You don't need any college degree where you make $600 a night. It's not realistic. That's pure luck. And then you get stuck at that job. And even that job, it was paying $600. It was paying you. Okay. When I was making $1,500 a week at this bar, I was making $1,500 a week in 2015. And then I was actually making $1,500 a week in fast forward 10 years. They're making the same amount of money. So it's not, that's most people. I would say that's half of people are experiencing that exact same thing. Yeah. The other half are like in the great beyond, like they got to reach a pinnacle. If that makes any sense. I don't know where I'm even going with that. This guy's pretty good though. I hate to like get so off track like that, but there is a divide with this and I see it and I experience it too.
And the craziest part that I find is we blame ourselves. We think we're behind. We think we screwed something out. We think we messed up. We think we missed the window. When the window was closed before we even got there. That's not failure. That's fraud. That's what that is.
He put it good.
And you wonder, and people wonder why we're mad. Yeah, I'm mad. I think a whole generation's mad. I think all of the millennials are starting to get really fucking mad right now. So yeah, I'm mad as hell. Not because life is hard, because life has always been hard. Life has never been easy. That's why they call it life and not easy. I'm mad because we were lied to with a smiling face. Right? Grin the fucking grin. And we were told this is...
You know what the worst part is? The absolute worst part about all of it is I think most of them who told us this information really meant well. They thoroughly believed what they were telling us because that's what worked for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's the craziest part is like most of the people selling you this aren't the ones making the rules and changing the prices. Or maybe we are kind of doing it to ourselves. How many people own a house and they saw rent went up fucking 100% and then go, oh, I can rent it for 100 more percent. Like, all right, like, cool. Like, let's fucking do it. So maybe monkey see, monkey do. Maybe that does happen. All right, let's get in the comment section. I'll leave the link to Matt down below. Give him a like.
This video was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. I hope I didn't ruin it. Okay, most people know that school doesn't teach you how to excel in life, but how to be compliant. Yeah, that's true. That's why I was so bad at it. I was like, wait, what?
When you went to college for one semester, was it more so?
My mom did prepaid when I was like 5.
So you just
for $6,000 for community college. And so I had her get a refund, but I just went because I was like, well, it's paid for. Let me try it out.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone was just doing it, you know, and I was just like, all right, I'll try it. And then like 3 months in, I was like, hey, Mom, can you get a refund on this?
That's crazy that she was saving up for that ever since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they paid for it like right then and there, like back in the day when it like came out and she was like, well, fuck it. We'll do it now.
Sure.
Because if she would have paid later, you know, it would have been like $20,000 or something, or I would have had to pay for it. And then I'd have student loan debt, you know. We spawned into but like I remember being in college and being like, I was in a business class and I had to do a presentation on what I would do if I owned a business. And I remember like mid-presentation saying, I'm going to produce skateboard products and I'm going to sell said skateboard products, and my marketing will be to skateboarders and people who like skateboarding. This was like my presentation. It was pretty simple. And my marketing was I will have skateboarders who are good at skateboarding, and people will be like, I like that guy. Oh, he's wearing that product and he skates that board. That's what we sell. I want to be like Mike. Mm-hmm. That was like my presentation. And I remember after that, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to need school. Like, I remember like, that's how I thought. And it was never that easy. I started my first skateboard company when I was 20. Sure. And it failed. I learned some lessons. I started another one later in life towards 30. It failed again. I tried a bunch of shit. It didn't, it was very difficult, you know, like jobs are necessary. Like like who's successful? Can I work for you? That's most of us, right? Yeah. It's hard to make a business. Like even right now, like what I'm doing right now, it's half of it's a business and then half of it I work for Google. I would say 60% of it is I'm working for Google right now.
And how much trial and error from the point you started to.
But really, I'm building Google. Like I'm a product for Google.
Yeah.
And then the other half is me getting business on my own from this. Mm-hmm. So it's really weird, you know, like if I made my own website, like with videos, good luck, you know, no one gives a fuck. You're not going to leave Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or Facebook to go to my website to watch videos over there. You're just not going to, most of you are not going to do that. That's how people like DVDs, you're not buying it. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. Like it's hard to make a business. So that's something to be said about that. The boomers worked meaningless jobs too. At least they could afford a house, a car, a family, no degree required. Yeah, let's not even bring up internships again. As a 33-year-old millennial, I've been beyond done with this foolery. People are really waking up to how broken things are, and it's nice to see. Yeah, we said that earlier, though. The worst part is you still have to go in, you know? It's like, I mean, even if you go homeless, you're still going to have to advertise that you're like, that you need money, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're in the lowest form of advertising there is, on the side of the road with a sign saying, you're still going to have to work. That's the craziest part. Like you're still going to have to rummage for food and all that shit. Like you're still going to have to do something. I don't know. When people ask, don't you love your country? I'm thinking, does this country love me? I'll leave the link down to Matt Ross below. Good, really good video. Appreciate that, gentleman. And he seems like the creative type. Yeah, like the beanie, like the glasses, and like the artwork. You know, work-life balance almost doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, like you don't want to advocate for that because
work-life balance. It's almost like find a job that you're okay with that being your lifestyle.
Yeah,
like I think that's like the only thing I could really say.
Yeah,
because if you are gonna have to work 7 days a week, like hopefully you enjoy it a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the dream, right there.
Yeah, like even with what we're doing here, if it's 7 days a week, at least I slightly enjoy it.
Yeah,
like, and I'm okay with that. You know, like I'm all right with that. Even when I was bartending or doing some other jobs, some of those jobs I was like, you know what? At least some of it's enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Because I couldn't imagine having to do the job, just fucking hating it. I think that's why Uber got so big. Like taxi cab driving got so big. Food delivery. It's like, yeah, I might have to work every day, but at least it's kind of like enjoyable and I'm hanging out and I can listen to music and take breaks when I want. And I think that's why that gig work got so big. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It does.
You don't got to deal with anybody.
It fucking makes sense. Anyway, shout out to Matt Ross. Shout out to everybody who bought a Cadillac shirt, bought a t-shirt. Link down below. We're fully stocked. Everyone that joined the Patreon, the Discord, I love you. And yeah, man. Nestor, you good?
Yeah, love you guys.
You sure?
Yeah.
You wanna yell at them?
No.
Tell them to get back to work? I'm just kidding. Solid talk.